Yes, okay. What's something, while you're collecting frogs, what's something momentous that can happen while collecting frogs? They pee. All right. We're going to see a miraculous tale tonight before you. It's called... Do you dissect the frogs or you keep them alive? Okay. We're going to have a very interesting story here. What we're going to see is a story unfold before you where 5 individuals discuss an event. And this is called the peeing of the frogs. And we're going to see the peeing of the frogs on a momentous occasion. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm 4 years old. Mom says that I have a hyperactive imagination. And she likes me to go outside a lot. I great things inside. So I do. And I like gross things. I don't like gross things because I like gross things. I like gross things because I put it in my pocket and I come in and I'm like, ooh, I don't know, nothing's going on. And Mom sees it and she freaks out. She says it's a gross thing. She sends me back outside where I can go out.
Ribbit, killer, murderer, Hitler in the form of a boy, Stalin, Pol Pot with your little pail. I see the boy, me and all of my brothers and sisters. We see the boy. This is the momentous phrase, and we are ready for war. We will do whatever riveting takes to kick aside little ribbit right out of the riveting yard. I won't go without a fight.
So I met this girl, see? And this girl, she had a kid, and she said I can go out with her on one condition. I take her kid outside. But no gross stuff, see? Because even though we're out here in the swamp, in the marsh, there's a lot of gross stuff, and you have to keep that kid safe. So I did my damnedest to keep that kid safe. You know what happened? You know what happened?
Cattails. Cattails. Right up his nostril. It was the coup de force in my Kampf against my mom's new boyfriend. I went home and not only had I put several snails and slugs and reptiles and various other disgusting things, but he was covered in blood. Of course, I said it was an accident. And technically it was, but I'm claiming credit anyway. I was going to end that relationship, and I was going to continue with my gross things.
Charles McAvoy III, third-year college student at University of Central State University. Home from school to visit my family. My mother, who's dating my beloved father last time away. So, I don't really approve of this guy. I know she's my mom, I know I really like her choice, but I don't approve. As the man of the house, I manipulated my daughter. Formulating
A truce. A truce between the frogs and the toads and the boy. A truce that would turn this war on its tail. And then we'd send that ribbity redneck right next to the ribbit hole where he came from. I would hide in the boy's pocket, and my friends would hide in his hair.
You know, Charles McAvoy II was a good man. That's why I married him. Gave me 2 sons. Sons are all right. I love them. Don't get me wrong. It never seems to be enough. I do the laundry, gross things. I send them to school, they come back and they complain. Started dating this guy. He's no prince either. Like all the good ones. Well, yes, I'm stuck here.
I can't begin to tell you how riveted up this riveting family is. You know, one frogs and the boy against the redneck under the watchful eye of the little brother. But now the mom is spraying us off with a water hose! And she sprayed, and it burned because it was city water. Oh, it burned. I don't know. The troops are losing heart. We're gaining moisture. We're going to have to crawl back to our holes. I talked to the boy. I tried to talk to the boy.
I knew it was time for the coup de grace. And if there's anything they teach you at Central State University, it's about the coup de grace. So I went to my little brother and I said, little brother,
Chloroform. I don't know what chloroform means, but my brother, Uncle Chuck, he knows everything about it. He's so smart that I call him my uncle even though he's my brother. He went to college and he learned about all kinds of things like, well, I don't know what any of them are because I'm only however old I said. And he said chloroform, something like chloroform. And it puts all the frogs to sleep, and we bring them inside, and we hide them all in the house, and then we go to bed, and then they wake up. They go crazy.
and my little 4-year-old brother jumped all over the plan as I knew he would. I knew he would.
None of my boys never thought to ask where the chloroform came from. I'm actually glad they didn't think to ask where the chloroform came from. It's really hard to be a single mother, to water the gardens, take out the trash, to do all these chores, and if somebody gets sprayed with the hose along the way, and if that garbage can happens to contain a little bit of chloroform that maybe leaks and puts them to sleep for just a few hours apiece. Well, what jury would convict?
It's hard not to laugh. It's hard to be a frog. And when you wake up in some strange cave, smelling of chloroform with your brothers, and there's no escape, and you hate these riveting people more than you hate anything in your riveting life, it's hard not to laugh as you stuff your chloroform riveting little legs down their throat while they're sleeping. It's my last thought as I'm sliding down this riveting bastard's chloroform.
This chloroform, I told my brother, this chloroform smells like the cough syrup my mom gives me when I'm really energetic. I don't know. I was telling Uncle Chuck, I was telling him, you know, it's got to be really hard to be the parent, single parent of a couple of kids like us with energetic. I don't have a cough.
So I was minding my own business. Everything was fine. I came inside and opened up the door and everything was all peaceful like, and all of a sudden everything wasn't so peaceful like anymore. Sorry, I brought my throat.
Choke, you bastard! Choke, you riveting bastard! Choke and die now!
I said,
So I came out to get a glass of water, and there it was on the floor. There was blood, and frog blood, and cough syrup, and there was Chucky. And Chucky, he said something that I will never forget. He looked at me, and he said,
Oh gosh, I believe he's croaked.